Hey everyone! Before we get into the battle today, be sure to leave a comment so you can be entered to win this Shiny Tyranitar. That's 5 IVs, callous bread, egg moves, nicknameable, and all the like. All you have to do is leave a comment. Winner gets picked on Friday. Hey everyone! Last week I brought you a match against my friend Kyle from school, and I ended up losing that match, and as I said before, that put me against him at a record of 0-2. Now, I don't like that, you know? I don't usually lose all that much, you know? I do, everyone's got their ups and downs and everything like that, but to be 0-2 against someone kinda stinks. So I'm like, alright, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play against Kyle again, which, as you can see, Kyle is my opponent today, and I'm going to bring my redemption team. Now, you might not remember the redemption team, but that was a team that I used after I got 6-0'd that time, and I was like, well, I'm going to build a team that's got nothing but power and threats, and I'm just gonna steamroll everything. So, that's what this team is right now. I decided to rehash that, and I don't usually do that either, but there you go. So, let's take a look at Kyle's team. So, he's got Greninja, which really fast, really strong, whatever, we all know Greninja. He has Garchomp, which is a huge threat. He has Gastrodon, which is very defensive. He has Heatran, which, as I said in the last video against Kyle, Heatran is the bane of my existence. He has Lucario, which, even though I feel like it doesn't get used as much as it used to, it's still really good, and it can be physical or special. You never know with Lucario. Anyway, he's also got Talonflame, so he's just got threats all over the place on his side of the field. So, let's see how we do. Alright, Kyle is coming out to play. Now, I'm gonna lead off with Bug Eyes, my Galvantula, and he's gonna lead off with his Talonflame. Now, he's fearing the thunder here, so he's gonna switch out and go into his Garchomp, which is a solid play because that's what I went for. Now, I don't want to get my sash broken just yet, so I'm gonna switch out of here, and I'm going to go into Lady McCoy, my Jellicent. Now, he's going to go for that Earthquake, which is going to do more than half, in just a second, there it is, he's going to do more than half damage, and that is because this is my specially defensive Jellicent, not my physically defensive one. So, at this point, I'm just going to let Jellicent stay in, because there is nothing that I want to take an Earthquake, yeah. So, Lady McCoy goes down, not doing anything. So, Kunoichi comes out now, my Greninja, and that is without a doubt gonna scare the Garchomp away because there's no reason to leave that in on a Greninja. So, he goes into his own Greninja, who's going to take this Scald. Now, here's the thing. I was thinking that we were speed tied for a moment, but I forgot that this is my hidden power Fire Greninja, and so I actually don't have perfect speed. It's like just below it or something like that. It's like 1 IV under perfect, so I am actually going to be slower where I think at this moment that I'm speed tied. So this is unfortunate because now he is going to go for the Grass Knot, and that is going to take my Greninja out. So not thinking there, and I lose my Greninja, so that is unfortunate. Now, I'm thinking, alright, I lost my Greninja, well, what can I do? I've got to get some priority in here. I'm going to switch out, go into Cutman. Now, I am just going to Mega and go for this Bullet Punch, and so long as he stays in, that should take the thing out. So, does he stay? He does. I get the Bullet Punch off, and that is a dead Greninja. That thing is going straight down. Now, unfortunately, he's gonna come out with Heatran, the bane of my existence, the bane of Scissor's existence. And so I've gotta cut and run. I'm gonna get out and go into the Catastrophe, because the Catastrophe can take the incoming fire move for sure. Now that still did a lot of damage, and he's gonna withdraw because he does not want the Earthquake, but I predicted the switch into his Talonflame and went for the Rock Slide instead of the Earthquake. So instead of a free switch in, that is a dead Talonflame. I'm liking that. Now, he's gotta switch out. He's gotta go into his Gastrodon. Now I am choice locked in the Rock Slide, so there is no reason for me to stay in here unless I feel like losing my Catastrophe, which is not something I want. So I gotta get out. I go into Bug Eyes, and I'm gonna take that Scald, which is not really all that much of a problem, but he's gonna switch here, which I don't really understand because I couldn't really do much damage to him anyway. Either way, he goes into his Garchomp, and I'm just gonna take that as an opportunity to get my webs up, which is fantastic. I'm glad to have them up now. Better late than never as I go for this Bug Buzz, and yeah, so he is going to go for an Earthquake and get a crit, and that is going to demolish Bug Eyes. I mean, of course, it wasn't going to take that. Anyway, now the Cutman is back. You know, I know I can take anything this thing wants to go for. I am fully defense invested here, so I'm just gonna eat that up and go for a Swords Dance really quick, because that way I can just, you know, run all over him. Except for the Heatran, who's gonna come back and he's gonna scare me away. Except that he's not, because I'm gonna go for the Bullet Punch, because I figure, you know, he's probably going to make a prediction here. He's probably going to predict me to do something. And he's probably going to predict me to switch. So there it is. He goes for the Earth Power instead of the Fire Blast. Now, my special defense rather, is going to fall, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. I don't want the Catastrophe taking any more damage on the switching, you know? So I'm just gonna leave it in, and now, since my special defense fell, that was gonna take me out. So, here's the thing. Now that my webs are up, now that this thing's slowed down, it's time for Knuckles. It's time to make a comeback here. I'm gonna go for this Earthquake really quick, and that Heatran is gonna go straight down to the floor. Goodbye, Heatran. Glad to have you gone. Now, what's next? Garchomp coming in, getting onto those webs, getting slowed down? No way. Garchomp, you're in my town now. It's time for that Earthquake. Let's see how you take this, Garchomp. Are you gonna take it? No. Get out of here. Get out of my house. Now, what is next? We are on a roll. Gastrodon coming in, and gonna get slowed down, but that didn't really matter any. Let's just go for another Earthquake. That is going to do more than half, which is nice, but turns out he's got the Citrus, so he's gonna get some of his HP back and go for a Scald, and that is unfortunately going to take Knuckles out. So there you go, Diggersby, you did work. Now it's time for the Catastrophe. Let's see what we can do. Flare Blitz is my best bet, which is kind of unfortunate, but it is. And it just barely misses the kill by like maybe 5 HP. He's gonna go for the Scald. That's gonna take me out, and that is gonna be the match. I am actually in awe right now. 0 wins and 3 losses against Kyle. That's kinda crazy. Either way though, if you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe, because I'm definitely gonna keep on bringing you these videos. I enjoy making them, and I certainly hope you enjoy watching them. Also, be sure to leave a comment so you can be entered to win the Shiny Tyranitar that's flashing up on your screen right now. That's 5 IVs, Callus Bread, Egg Moves, and all the like. Anyway, that's the end. I'm done. Have a good day.